nobody went to see the opening act in the 70s. You had till 8:30 to get there. You know, nobody went to the opening act. But the word on the street was to go catch this Van Halen band. And they came out like fucking, they ran the garden. And I still remember watching Bill Ward snorting coke off the snare drum. Like, we were sitting that close. They were that fucked up. And you could tell. And then Circus Magazine, which I still have a copy there of, Black Sabbath left, and they got this singer named Gary Brown, something Brown. Have you ever heard the Black Sabbath videos with him before Ronnie James Dio?
No.
It's fucking god-awful.
No,
It's god-awful. Dave something from a band called Savoy Brown joined Sabbath for a temporary 3 songs. Oh, horrible. And then Ronnie James Dio snipped in, and people were like, he's the guy from Rainbow. But you're fucking filling into Joe Montana's shoes.
Yep.
You're going into Willie Mays' shoes. Yep. You're filling in what Ronnie James Dio had to pull off was a fucking magic trick. And the album came out.
Yeah.
We wanted to fucking hate it. Everybody was looking to hate that fucking album. Fuck him, fuck Ozzy. And every song, Heaven and Hell, you're like, Jesus, Children of the Sea, Jesus, Die Young, Jesus. I want to hate this fucking song, but I like it. And then he did a tour. You're going to see, I'm not fucking with you. He did a tour, and they played Philadelphia. It was Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio, Fucko from Sammy Hagar with Shakin' Street, and it was Montrose. Ronnie without
Montrose,
Fuck Nut in Philadelphia. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know if you know how concerts work, but if you look at a tour, the first 2 nights, they always touch on Philly. Do you know why? To get it out of the way.
Yeah.
They're savages. They just want to get it out of the way in their worst condition. They don't even want to go to Philly at the end of the tour when they're that much stronger. Like, I saw AC/DC August 4th, 1979 with Bon Scott. Then Bon died in 80. He was replaced by whatever. And that motherfucker had tough shoes to fill, but they weren't Ozzy Osbourne shoes. And you had to fill them in Philadelphia where they don't fuck around. And they were taking Sammy Hagar in Philadelphia. I was in 6th row and I hit it like fucking acid. And in Philadelphia, they were spitting on their fingers and flinging it at Sammy Hagar. They're animals. You got to remember, that was the only stadium that had a courtroom downstairs.
One of Ronnie's favorite places to play. We recorded with the NFL there. It's one of his favorite cities to play.
It's crazy. Like, I go to a casino there and I know it's total chaos.
But he's from upstate New York.
Yeah, he's from upstate New York.
And he's a working class guy that says, hey, you know what? You don't mess with me. I'm here. Whether you like it or not, I'm here.
And he wasn't the tall guy.
No.
He wasn't a big guy in stature. He went out in Philadelphia and he came out with his fucking Malukia horns from his Italian fucking heritage.
Yep.
And, it's just he won them over. And I still remember people having signs saying, like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, this is Philadelphia.
We remember them very well.
They're not going to say, hey, we love you.
No.
It's the city of brotherly love.
You got to prove yourself.
That's bullshit. In Philadelphia, you better bring every bullet you got, And one song after the other. And then he started doing Sabbath songs.
Yeah.
He did Nativity in Black or something. And we'd like, okay. Like, it's one thing to do your songs at Tony Iommi, but now you're dipping into fucking, now you're causing problems.
Right.
Now we're going to have to ask you to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're going to have to ask you to leave. He started singing Sabbath songs. And one by one, he was winning them over. And then they left.
Because he sang them his own way. He didn't
way.
try to be Ozzy.
No.
He never tried to be Ozzy.
Generals gathered at their masses.
No.
Like, he was into it. He was selling it little by little. And then I caught him maybe 8 months later on the return. But this time, I think it was the Nassau Coliseum. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
My mind is all over the place. I was trying to beat myself up to get this. And he was fucking phenomenal. Like, everybody left there like, who's Ozzy? Like, we don't give a fuck about
That's
it.
different. I always say it's like apples and oranges. You know, Ozzy was an innovator in the Black Sabbath, the heavy metal music, and he was a great showman, and he was great with the songs, the way they sang them, the way they performed them. Ronnie was completely different. Ronnie was a different singer. He was more of a melodic singer, and it took him to a different place. But I think that you can be an Ozzy fan and a Ronnie fan and appreciate both.
You're looking at one.
Yeah.
You're looking at
Yeah.
one. You know?
Yeah.
And it's so weird that I had a phobia when I first started comedy. I would look behind the curtain. If I'd see people with white hair, I would shit my pants. And I would try to adjust my material. And I would fail miserably. And this is why you asked me before the show if I would ever be interested. And I tell you, this is my opening joke right now. I just got a call from a daycare. And they said, would you do the Reverend's stand up? And I go, can I talk to your daughter, please? Because the daughter's like 23. And she got on the phone. I go, listen, I love your dad, but tell him my opening joke right now is about a gay guy who feeds his victims hot dogs to get them ready for dick. They don't want to open. You don't want to open with that joke at a Christian organization. You understand me? So I would look behind the curtain, and I was such a pussy. You know, to this day, I take one 0.25 Xanax and put it in my pocket. It's an oval little pussy Xanax that don't even do nothing to you because of the anxiety I get before I go on stage. Especially when I get to the Comedy Store. That little first 10 minutes when that light turns blue and I'm next, my whole world changes. And how I get myself to the stage is by thinking about Ronnie James Dio in Philadelphia in 1980.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to tell you. So,
You know how he used to get ready for his stuff? Have a fight with me.
yeah, no, see, I used to, for me to be really good on stage, I need to get into an argument with somebody. I need to have people that aggravate me. Like, if you aggravate me before I go on stage and you have to follow me, you're going to have a hard time. What's aggravating me means anything you do.
Yeah.
When I'm in that green room, don't do nothing. I don't want to hear about nothing. Don't move. Don't get up. Don't get up. That's why I stopped snorting coke with people, because they moved around a lot. Don't get up. Sit right there. Where you going? Sit down. You don't have to see what's out the window. Don't worry. It's got nothing to do with you. I'm one of those people. So I like to get aggravated a little bit before I go on stage. Like somebody to aggravate me, for me to go off on somebody. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.